Elephants love their grandmas, just like we do. Very few mammals have grandparents. Humans were long thought to be unique in this regard, but in recent years, researchers have made new discoveries. Elephants have grandmothers, and they are very important. Elephants often live in large families. These are made up of babies, juveniles, and females. They are usually led by the oldest of these females. Professor Phyllis Lee wanted to know more about these families. In her research, she found something surprising. Having a grandma made a huge difference in whether a new baby survived.
It was an unexpected finding for us,
Said Lee.
We didn't think we'd find that very positive relationship between having a grandmother present and how well the daughters were doing in terms of reproduction.
For most animals, living and having babies are tied together. They only stop having babies when they die. Animals that can live long after they are done reproducing are rare. Elephants are exceptionally long-lived. Most animals don't live long enough to see their grandchildren, but elephants can live up to 70 years. Still, there's more to it than just age. For example, millipedes also live long enough to see their grandkids. So do cats, but they don't recognize them as their own. In many species, the mother and grandmother will end up fighting. They don't inhabit the same areas. If they come across each other, they'll compete for resources, but not elephants.
Elephants are really nice and supportive,
Said Lee. There aren't any male equivalents. No grandpas, so to speak. Male elephants tend to go off on their own after they reach puberty. They can also live long enough to see their children's children, but they don't really have a family role. Elephant grandmas help protect the baby and keep track of it. They'll help it if it gets stuck. Grandmas are also often the boss of the family. They can lead the family to the right places to forage or drink. They lead the way when interacting with other elephant families. Knowing where to find water is important on the savanna. Lee looked at data from more than 800 individual elephants. Her team has been watching elephants in Kenya for more than 4 decades.
We're only halfway there. We need another 40 years of data,
Said Lee. Another species that has grandmas is the orca. Orcas have specifically evolved longevity to care for their young. The presence of grandmothers increases the baby's chances of survival. Grandmother orcas even share their food with their daughter's offspring. Studies have mostly focused on mammals, but in 2010, researchers studied colonies of gall-forming aphids. They found that older females defend their relatives after they have ceased to reproduce. Older female Seychelles warblers also sometimes help their offspring raise chicks. It may turn out that grandmas actually rule the world.